I had a client come to me recently. She had grown almost 12,000 followers in about 5 months, organically, no ads. And her audience was engaged. They were sharing, they were commenting, but nobody was buying. She had courses, coaching, digital products, and a paid community she was building, but none of it was making sales consistently, despite having 12,000 followers. And when I looked at her content, the reason was immediately obvious. Every single piece of content she was posting was top of funnel. All of it. It was the bold takes, the hot opinions, the unfiltered rants, the stuff that goes viral and makes people follow you. And it was working for that purpose. People were following her, but none of her content was converting into sales. See, there's a massive difference between somebody following you and somebody buying from you. Those are two completely different decisions, and they require two completely different content types. You need content that reaches new people, yes, but you also need content that nurtures those people and converts them into leads, into clients. If what you are doing is attracting, you are filling a bucket, the hole at the bottom. And this is what was happening with her. She had 12,000 people looking at her every day, but she wasn't creating content that said, here's the specific problem I solve, here's who I solve it for, here's what working with me actually looks like. None of that existed on her page. It was all attraction and no conversion. And the fix was actually very simple. We didn't change our personality, we didn't change our content style, we just added conversion content to the mix. Content that specifically targets the small percentage of our audience that is actually ready to buy. Content that speaks to their problem and positions as a solution. And I'm sure you probably don't know this, but only about 2% of the people following you will ever buy from you. 2%. That means if you have 1,000 followers, only about 20 of them are actually potential buyers. And if every content you post is for the other 980 people who are never going to buy from you, you are going to have the most engaged audience that makes you $0. Your content needs to do 3 jobs: reach new people, nurture those people who followed you, and convert the ones who are ready to buy. If you're only doing the first one, you are working hard for attention and getting nothing in return. So if your followers are growing but your bank account is not, ask yourself, do you actually have conversion content on your page, or are you really just good at getting attention with no plan whatsoever for what happens after?